Well, fine. Didn't want to go in the first place. The only reason I'd be going to call is to see my brother.
They said they don't want to haul your stuff.
Well, second haul.
Well, for goodness sake, you run over somebody in a minute. I tell you, these people, they don't care if you're back into them.
They don't care one bit. You know that there anything about anything. That's there. Combination thing over there. Now, Don bought that brand new. I've still got the papers that he had when he got it. And it cost over $600. It was one of those times that they used to broadcast.
What have they been telling you today about going? Getting all your stuff together?
I've got it together.
Well, they don't seem to have room to put it on the trailer for you.
Well, I just sleep here because I don't, what little bit I would want to take is just say I intend to, they want me to play with them and work them. Now, where would you going right now?
You want to go downtown Florence to that place. Store to get your guns out of Horse. Whatever you want to do, because it doesn't, I'm just doing it for you.
Yeah, I know. What are you,
No, I think you should go with him and see your brother. Well, I don't know what you're going to do if you stay here.
I know. It's not important. not too tied up by then, I'm going to go up there and stop a bit there. Or there'll be a bunch of people there.
I don't think so, no.
Thought you said Ruth and Mildred and...
Yeah.
And,
Yes, uh-huh.
well, there's another one that's... Helen something. I saw her. But, one more time.
Should have turned on Crenshaw. Here we are on Western. This is a slow street.
Now, what, see, I've helped them and helped them and helped them. They wouldn't, I could never have got that trailer mobile home if I had it myself for it. And I'll bet you they don't keep that car. I bet you they get that car. See how they start talking when I tell them, well, if they can't, they go ahead and take their stuff and do it mine.
Then what did they say?
No, they don't want to do that. But that's what I wanted to do.
Well, I'm sure you can.
They don't want to do that.
Oh, they want to take your stuff too?
Yeah.
Well, that's what you wanted them to do.
No, I don't want them to take it. Because I'm not going to pay out all that extra money. Now, I told them I'd give them $150. Now they started talking about that other trailer they're talking about getting, you know, because how much did they say?
280 something.
Well, I can cut a little bit more and buy me a truck, you know that? $280?
I don't know. I don't think you can buy a truck. I don't. You might get an old one.
Yeah, just so it's in real good shape, that's all I care for. I could have got one here 2 days ago for $150. This old one right across the street. Run good. See, nowadays a truck, if you're going to get what they call a truck, it's going to be something that costs a lot of money. It's a good truck. But if it's just a little pickup, that's another thing. Entirely different pickup. Trying to get out of going where I am. Because it'll be hot, it'll take 3 or 4 days, and that's the long thing.
Well, you'll have to go and see your brother, because that's the main thing.
Yes. But you know what?
You can get on a plane and go on and let them bring the car.
And I can get on this one Amtrak train, you know. That
Well, if I were you, I'd just take a plane and get there and then let them come on with the car.
I don't think I'll go along with it.
Well, just let me take you down to the airport and put you on the plane then. Let you go visit them. Visit them.
For what, if I stay here, you know, happen to be here the first of next month, then I'm going to buy me a car then. I'm going to keep waiting. The only reason why I want to get all of my license and papers and everything and to Arkansas because it's a whole lot cheaper, not near as much responsibility. Here, you see everything is going up sky high here because there's so many people. You know, that's the reason it's so high, everything's so high, don't you? But I know some other states that I can go to and start up in this home. I like to get a big one where I can make a lot of money quick. I figure inside of 2 or 3 years, I'll have all I need. So when you got the collateral in the bank to back it up, then you can borrow a lot of money on the TI bill, especially one that's got a service connection to it, like I've got.
Oh, we shouldn't have came this street. It's too crowded, huh? And we got just a short time to get down there in. I bet it's already 5 o'clock. And I've got to stop here on the way and pick up that clothes order that I had, that fashion show. You know, the fashion show.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to pick that up right down here.
Yep. I don't know what time they're going to leave.
You said tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow. Well, I think that's right. I can come down on the bus if it's too late.
You know what time it is.
Probably have to.
Well,
maybe I need to get probably, if I get all of that stuff, I'll have to get away from it. And I don't really see any necessity to get it all out and haul it away down there.
whatever you want to do. It's up to you. I'm just doing what you asked to do. Don't have to do nothing like that. No, sir. I don't mind doing this at all. In fact, I don't mind it one bit.
I have like a practice trying not to let anybody do even as much for me as I did, much less. I try to do more. Even total strangers.
Here's where I have to go pick up that order.
Whatever you have to do,
It won't take me but a minute. They're supposed to have it all ready for me.
Closed, does it?
You can open the window.
See what piece of Robert, he is a conniving, lazy. He's one of the laziest. You've seen that in the last few months, haven't you?
Well, I'm not going to say that to your son.
Well, nothing that you say ever goes any further. Nothing. Well,
I don't know. I haven't been around him that much. But you know him, you know.
he is jealous of you because that he's jealous of anyone that has anything to do with me whatsoever. He's jealous of it, see?
Yeah. Wonder if I can park.
Oh, you're going there now, don't you?
Well, it probably is.
I think so. What, why don't we just go on back and I'll get something done tomorrow. I'm doing a thinking. I'm thinking that I'm not going to go to Arkansas.
Well, now, you better go with them because they're going to want you to go.
I don't care, you know. might
Well,
not
I don't
be
know what,
too nice. Let's go home.
well, I gotta get turned around.
You?
You wanna go down there to the place?
No, too late. I don't want to go around there. I have to. I don't want to call them. I have to look and look. See, I got lots of things there. And what it paid me, I know to get them out. Because everything that I've got in there will bring quite a bit more money than there is again. And another thing too is, I've been thinking too, when I got out of the service, they was having everybody that wanted to, was getting a $4,000 business loan, you know, start a business loan.
Well, that's been a long, good many years ago.
They opened it up again.
Well,
Huh?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know, because I've seen it in the papers. And see, there's a new crop of veterans. Vietnam and also Korea and things like that since World War II. And the government was letting all of them guys that when they came out, they was giving them a $4,000 business loan plus stand good from a GI home. The down payment on the GI home. Well, they've opened that up again too, you know. So, for what you have to pay for a regular loan, I can get all of that stuff from the GIs. And if I was to go on it, I'd get off probably at Little Rock. Because I could call up Cece and have him come over and get me at Little Rock. It would only take him about a half hour. That's the way I've done most every time I went anyway. But I get off at Little Rock. And another thing is this. I felt all the time, and there's another thing with Gail. I have been so mad I could just hardly keep them. I've called her everything in the world already that you can call anybody. Because that's what she is. She's one of the... see how little they used to make the garage this year? You couldn't get this car in there. That guy can't get his car in there. Huh? Oh, well, Gail, she is, I would be willing to say and everything that they won't be together 6 more months. Because she is going crazy. She's already just about, you know, everybody that's, she admitted to me quite a while ago that she had syphilis. Now, syphilis, that's a disease that gets in their blood, you know, from the chancre. It's a social disease, they call it. Anyhow, it starts in with the sore. And then that sore, if they don't get the proper care, and time goes by, it all collects like in the base of your brain. Huh? Well, it's, I understand you. Everybody else talks about whatever there is to talk about. You don't even want to. It might be to your advantage sometime to know a few things. Somebody that has had it as crazy as can be, and it cannot be cured then. If you don't cure it in the first short time that you've had it, you can never get cured. and they'll go crazy and die. There's no hope for them. Now, such things as that I know. There's everything bad in the book. She has no scruples whatsoever of anything. She steals from them people right around there. They know it. They're caught right at several times. Living right there in that court. And she's under 2 years probation for forging a doctor's prescription for narcotics. Now that's a fact. I know that. I know when Robert had to go down and they had her in jail overnight, and they had to get a lawyer, had to give him $500, and they put her under this big bail, $2,000 bail. And the bondsman, charged him $500 to sign that bond for her. So, we had it all the time. She don't like me. She just tolerates me. And I just tolerate her on account of Robert. But, now I can't see where it's going to help me one bit to go. I'll go down there and see Robert for a while. I mean, Melvin, but claim the chances are he won't even know me.
Well, he might.
He might. Now, on the other hand, I'm still not satisfied about the way that they've done me, because I believe that it's a hard thing to think. But I do believe that they tried to kill me. I do believe it. And I think all them doctors over there got convinced of it too. Because it's a peculiar thing. Why would a feller that's already went to bed and went to sleep get up and fall down and break their head and things like that? Way it was after the midnight. That is. And then the first thing right off the bat conspired one of those student doctors to have me declared incompetent to manage my duty, and them have it turned over to them.
Yeah, but you see, the day before they took you to the hospital, and they did not admit you there. The day before.
They probably didn't want to, because I rate priority over any other case. Did you know that? Because I'm service connected.
What I mean is, there was something wrong because they took you to the hospital. You was not yourself.
Well, and actually, you find anybody laying out in the road with their head bashed in and see how long it takes them to come to. Now, well as I remember, it was about 4 hours or more that I was out. But whenever they come back to me, I gain consciousness. Well, right away I can see what, you're going to be in the hospital a long time, Robert said. I said, that's what you think. But I said, you were wrong. I'm not. I said, I could leave right now, but I'm not going to. And so it all is too mysterious for me. I can't swallow their tale about it at all. Anybody that's seen as many people killed and hurt and shot and tore up as I have. And when you get a severe blow on your head, you're liable to be out for several hours and maybe forever.
But the day before that, they took you to the hospital because something was wrong with you. And then
they took me because I had got hit on the head. Why did they make it appear that there was something wrong before?
You seem to be groggy or
Well,
you're not right.
no, naturally I was groggy because I had a severe blow on my head.
I thought you said you might have taken something.
Well, I think they did before. I think they gave me some knockout drops, yes. Because before they knocked me in the head, they was wanting to finish me off. See, as soon as they could. They were probably both under the influence of something. Otherwise, anybody in a normal mind knows you can take me up or anybody else with a service-connected disability to the VA hospital. They'll take them in right away. A lot of times, in cases like that, they generally ask them if they're a veteran. Or they just take them right on to the VA hospital. Now, why did they say that that something happened after? Words after they took me to the hospital?
Yeah, they couldn't admit you, so they brought you home and put you to bed that night,
Yeah.
Dale and Robert.
Why did they say they couldn't admit me?
Well, the doctors wouldn't admit you there because they couldn't find anything wrong, I guess.
I'll tell you something. I am an outpatient of that Veterans Hospital, and I have a card. And it says to admit this man anytime.
I know, but you see, I was with them, and they wouldn't admit you that night.
The hospital?
No. And they brought you home and put you
What
to bed.
did you hear what they said to him?
Well, they checked you all over. They found all your vital things all right.
And then that happened to me afterwards?
Yeah, when you got home and you went to bed, the next morning the paramedics were out there, and you had all this blood all over you.
Yeah.
And then they took you back, and then they admitted you.
I would say that wouldn't look so good on their part.
Whose part?
Well, Robert and Gail.
Well, that's what you said.
Now, why didn't they admit me? Because I am a regular patient at that hospital. I've been in and out of there, and I have got cards right on me right now, showing I'm an outpatient.
You know that they didn't admit you the first time. You remember that, don't you? And they brought you back home that night. Well, I know that you got it there, but I don't know why they wouldn't admit you.
There's Dewey and me. Oh, they got mighty glad to admit me because of the fact that whenever they seen that I was taught, I talked mighty rough to them, the doctors too. The ones that, it wasn't the ones that knew me that wouldn't admit me. Because any of those doctors that knew me, they wouldn't hesitate to admit me any time. See? I'll bet you he's about 2 years older than me.
That's a real good picture.
For to be as old as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would like to see that, and that's got bent in some way, but I think they can cover that over, don't you?
Probably, yes.
And so, I think that I've done stayed around them too long. I don't know. Some woman out in the paper another thing you notice, I don't put my bill holding money in my bill holder. Well, it's that card, I guess it's on my other pocket. I know that I got it. This last time I was in there, you get one every time you go in. Or else, if it's got enough room on it, they just mark it on it. But time I was in there, you get one every time you go in. Or else, if it's got enough room on it, they just mark it on it. But I'm going to see. Wonder where would be a good place to take this and see if I can get it. Car. Huh?
I don't know.
You don't. Well, I'm holding you up there on necessarily.
I don't have anything else to hold up today.
I haven't even get me a new toothbrush. I can't keep anything. I can't.
Toothbrush.
Toothbrush?
Just carry your toothbrush in your pocket.
Things like that, you know. It is something. But
I guess everything gets lost.
see, since I've been carrying my money like this, from little $100 grabs, $5, $20 bills, and I haven't lost any of it since then. Yeah, keep it like that, and if I pay them, I just reach in the pocket and get them. And you don't have to take your billfold out. So, I know they think, you probably think that, probably think that I don't remember anything about it maybe or something.
Oh, I know you do. I had another little card in there.
You know what? Anybody that had been done like I have wouldn't have a speak on. Now there's the trailer now. Whenever they want to cut it right on down, and then take every little box and everything at there. Did you see how many boxes they got there? They got the whole house full. And they want to, and I'm not going to go in no, how much they say it was going to be?
Oh, close to $280 some.
Well, and I know that it's always more than they estimated. So $280 when I have a couple of little old, trunks like that. They don't want me to get another car. But not what they want, it's what I'm not paying no attention to them no more. And if I use good sense, I'll get away from them. Why should I go clear down there with them? It'll take 3 or 4 days on the road, you know. It will, because as hard as it is, that little old car trying to pull a mammoth trailer.
Maybe they'll sleep and rest and drive at night.
That's the best thing for them to do. Now, they both drive. There's not one bit of use in the world they would want me to go for unless it'd be to take care of the kids for them. So, that way, if I don't go right now, I'll wait till I get all of my stuff out. I can go right down here. There's all kind of apartments that I can rent pretty cheap right now. The ones the things that rent by 3 and 4 bedrooms, they are high. But if you want to go down here to these rooming houses, apartment houses, I can get one. The one that I had rented back in the back there had the garage, and 2 bedrooms, living room, kitchen, and everything, just like the one that Robertson's got for $160. He's paying $250 for his, but then he's got about exactly the same as I had. His has got what they call a 3-bedroom, and another reason why they charge him more, he had those kids, and he's also running a place where babysitting, you know, all like that. So, you cannot believe one word they say. I hate that. I can't just tell it like it is. Nobody else is going to do it. Registered psychologist. That means that I qualify for to go down there, you know. For my part, I agreed to pay $150. Well, I can take and put a little bit more with it and get me a fairly good kind of truck. I see some pretty good ones for $500 and $600 right now selling. Or they're taken back in trade.
Yeah, but it might not run very good.
Well, if it wouldn't, I wouldn't buy it. See, I'm not any amateur. I can take one, I'll take it up here and try it on that big mountain. That's the way I try them. See how good they'll pull the mountains. And if they don't have no power, I move on to the next one. Now that one that I had was a good one. It had lots of power and lots of pep. And the last one that they give away for me. Now, it's, I'm I'm convinced too now that Robert and Gail both are as loony as can be. Otherwise, why would they keep doing like they do? Going out there and getting, sooner or later, they're going to get sent over. I know that. If they stay around there. Because, you know, they can't keep going out and doing all that stuff and keep getting by with it. And get worse and worse. I know that. People around there told me they did. And my apartment was vacant and rented out to somebody else. I had enough to plenty enough money in the bank to at least pay 2 more months rent. And everything. Give it away. Now, I don't know how much, I'll tell you exactly why I've been having so much trouble too. I know because I have not been obeying the Lord like I told him. I told him I would do. Long go out somewhere doing something. Not just keep on, because I know that environment there, I won't be doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Now I should even be doing some kind of work to the Lord, which I'm not doing.
Well, you just have to make up your mind to start trusting in the Lord from now on. And just talk to him and tell him that you've done these wrong things, that you want to get right with God.
As far as
you haven't done anything
matter
wrong.
of the law, no. As a matter of the
but
law,
it's within your heart.
Yeah.
Maybe things will be better for you.
I'm quite sure they are. I know they would be if I'd just cut loose from them and not ever see them anymore. That's what I should do. Because they are tools of the devil. They won't give anybody a fair shake. That's right. They'll cheat, steal, lie, and everything. Now, Robert, you know, he has not ever worked. He won't work. He worked a little bit at a restaurant down in Arkansas, but see, he's living all together on Social Security and stamps and everything else that he can get for nothing. He's getting 2 checks, one for him and one for the kids. So, and they're not his kids. He knows it.
Oh, any of them his kids?
None of them.
Not any of them?
Not any.
Well, I thought they were his because he was married to that Martha.
Yeah, but she said there was not his, so she ought to know.
Yes, I suppose she ought to know.
But I know they're hers, because I took her to the hospital each time she went. I said, right up there at that hospital. And took her up there, then when she was ready to come home, I went and hauled her home. And so she lived for a while. We thought that she was dead. I actually thought they'd killed her. And I haven't found out for sure yet that she's not dead, but I know she got down to Arkansas because she called back. I happened to answer the phone when she called back. She says, I'm in Arkansas. I said, well, how come you go down there? She said, well, they sent me on down ahead to find a place for us all to live. See, that's what they told her to get her to go. So after got her down there. They never did get her back. They didn't want her back. It doesn't matter. And I can't see this, you know, as old and decrepit as I am, I would take a Bible oath that if she was the last woman in the world, I wouldn't have her. Gail. So, that's what I think. I can't stand her. Now, her folks, they came out there to visit. They stayed a little while. They left crying. They was actually crying. And left way before it was over.
Then she come here to get your post office.
That was a big surprise to them.
What?
When they came down there and couldn't get in. Yeah. They was going to get those checks that morning too. They got them the month before that. They got them. They beat me down here. They got them. Well, the post office, the woman was there. The head man wasn't there. He was away on vacation. But she said, asked me what, she said, now, I'll lock that box up for you. And of course, says if you want to prosecute them, why you can do it. So I back a couple of days, they'd already got the checks. You know, okay. So I told her, I said, well, the only way that I can get my money back would be to go in and tell them I never got my check, which I didn't. I said, they'd go to Japan. She said, yeah, they sure would. It's against the law. Take somebody else's mail. So I said, well, I've thought it over, and I've decided I don't want to prosecute them, but I don't want them to get any more. She said, all right, combination of the change. That they will not get any more of your mail. So I said, well, in that case, what? It's just true. So they did change the combination, and they was back down the next time to get it, you see. And they even went up and tried to get my address changed so they could man in that told me.
Now, yeah, I was with you.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Now, you still want me to pick up your checks?
why, certainly. Sure.
And send them to you?
Yeah, I'll get a bunch of big envelopes, some large envelopes. So you don't have no trouble just sticking them in there and sealing them up. Send them over. I'll get some stamped envelopes. Right there, pull them up. That's just for a little while till I see what I'm going to do, you know, this, when I come here. I don't want to, see, I've had this box for, many, many years. And it's been successful, because it's established, you know, and then if my mail was to go someplace else, they'd check, you know, they'd see this box here, and then they'd immediately send it to it.
Or even this lady in here said she'd send them on to you. The one that's the post lady.
I think it's the best, because I don't know how long I'm going to stay, and I don't know for sure yet that I'm going to go.
She works in the post office. She's a post mistress.
Well, the main man that's been in there so long is Mr. Moore.
More. Well, in case you want to, they'll send your checks to you too, but I will too, as long as you want me to.
Because that way I do get them, you see. And they will be down there too, you know, and out that if that's not they won't get Hot Springs, they'll be about 14 or 16 miles out at another little town there. But I don't believe that they'll be there very long because I don't think Gail will stay with her people very long because they old-fashioned people. They don't believe in all this stuff. You know what she actually did do while she was out here, while she was separated from the last. No, it wasn't the last man she had. Next to the last one, her and two other girls was actually running a house of prostitution over there at three of them living together, you know. Now that's the facts. I know it's true. And one of them was this first wife was Robert, her, and Gail, and another woman. This other woman she was a dope head, and she had cut her wrists, you know, to commit suicide, but she didn't die. And
You mean Robert's wife was doing that too?
yeah, the one after him and her.
Well, didn't Robert have anything to say about it?
Well, they was divorced then.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a divorce.
And then she went back to Arkansas later, huh?
No, she's not in Arkansas. She
Well,
never lived in Arkansas.
Well, you're talking about Martha, the mother.
No, I'm talking about Bruni.
Well, you mean she was over there with Gail too?
Yeah. They was all collected up there in one house that they had rented, bringing men in all the time.
I thought you said that this Bruni left him in Arkansas and married somebody
she
else.
left him here. I mean, in California.
Well, I didn't know she'd contacted you again.
She sent a letter to the call there. No, I went with her when she applied for her divorce. Bruni.
Well, do you mean to tell me she's been back with Gail and Robert and...
No, and it wasn't here. It was in Arkansas where she was then.
Oh, I thought you meant they was doing it over here in San
No,
Pedro.
it was in Hot Springs, Arkansas,
Oh,
where they had that. And this other girl came out here with Robert. But the first one that he got married to first, see, that's where I spent so much money. I hauled them all over the whole country trying to get them married. See, they was crowding them pretty close because she was only about, he was about 13 or 14, and she was about 3 or 4 years younger than him. She was just a little kid. And her mother was after Robert, and so was the head head juvenile officers down there at the school. And he told that there lieutenant down there told him, he said, I'll send you over. But Robert her left, you know. I went all over, but finally got them married up in Las Vegas. Finally did get married, but of course they told a lie about their age and everything like that. But I don't think she ever did go home back to where she lived. Sure did. He'd get into it with one of them higher up officials, you know, of the city every once in a while. Boy, he'd really tell them all in a hurry. They didn't argue with him either. Because they knew he couldn't win. He was kind of little, but he was mighty.
I bet.
Yeah, he could tell them all kinds of different ways, fast and furious.
Mm.
But, what do you want to do?
Who?
Yeah, didn't you know that?
Who would you say? What name would you have on your desk?
Well, the Dr. Williams.
Dr. Thomas J. Williams?
Yeah. Manager. And, of course, I'll have to have bookkeeper and somebody to keep close tabs on all of the finances, you know, so we won't get hauled in for cheating like Nixon and a whole lot of more of these people that's in places of where they can, you know, abscond with the money.
So they're nice people to have a daughter like that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you got her all wrong.
No, he's not got her all.
Maybe you have.
No, I've not either.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime they get a whole lot worse than I've ever been, then there's something.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right. Because I'm not wanted by the sheriff.
Mm.
At least I can go back any place I've ever worked. I can go back if I want to.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not rated as a liar. You know, I always thought I was a pretty good judge of people, but I've never have been able to figure you out. You're the only person I've seen go.
Well, is that me?
No, you know it's not. I trust you absolutely. Okay. A lot of people, they try to take advantage every way they can, you know. Biggest majority of people that shouldn't be that way. People that's supposed to be close to me and all like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All they want is whatever they can get out of it. Now you take, I can't understand why I would have such a son as I've got there. That's the thing that puzzles me. Why? I know that anyone that is good to me as I've been to him, why? I certainly wouldn't try to cheat him out of everything that God. Now, he don't have no more care for me than anything. He would just as soon see me dead as not. Now, that's a hard thing to think, isn't it?
I can think that.
Hmm?
Maybe you could be wrong.
No, not wrong. Because I never jump to conclusions unless everything is clear to me. But then I'm not going to keep worrying about it. I'm going to get refunded. I'll go down there with them, I guess, since I've got so much money tied up in the venture. And $150 I put out today for that trailer. but keep doing it. And you watch and see when I get away from it. I'll bet you they won't last very long. Anyway, it's dark. And he commanded the sun to stand still. And so he won that battle.
It's out of the Bible.
That's in the Bible, it certainly is.
What is it?
It was